coming down slow, very slow. And we're gonna push the piano up into the air, high enough where I could get my hands underneath the piano board. Now the piano is kind of at a really good balancing point. I want it to be kind of flush. I want to not center though, because the weight is towards the keys. Then I'll push down a little. Hello, my name is Sean and I'm with Stumpf Moving and Storage, and today we're going to be taking a look at the US Cargo Control piano board. Now at first glance it looks pretty much like a standard run-of-the-mill piano board, but it's substantially lighter than the other ones that we have, and this is the first one that we've ever purchased, and so far it's holding up very well. Now we are professional piano movers. We move about 500 pianos each and every year, and these piano boards that we use get really beat up over time. Now enough of that, we're going to go ahead and dive into this in just a second, but before I do, if you guys find value in this video, if you learned something, please hit that like button for me, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more piano moving videos. First thing we're going to do when protecting a piano from moving is pad the keys, the music rack, the stand, and the inner workings. Bring the pad in, but we have to bring the music rack down. Each of those is a little different, so just be cognizant. Slide it in and place the burlap over top. And then we'll wrap the burlap around the stand. We'll take the lid and close it. For the baby grands, we really just need one to start to cover the lid. I've gone ahead and grabbed 3 moving bands. The first one, this red one, is a little bigger, and it's going to go around the perimeter. This is going to hold this pad into place. And we actually don't want any bunching, especially on the front, because if we do have that, we're going to have an uneven, lopsided piano when it goes onto the piano board, and we do not want that. We'll take a blue band, and we'll come across the front, just like that. This again helps hold the lid into place. And finally, we have one more. Okay. Just have to get it around that wheel there. And this also helps hold the pad and the lid in place. So you have 3 bands that are going to hold this pad in place, and 2 of them are holding the lid in place. Now it's time to prep for disassembly. We're going to take another moving pad and we're going to fold it in half. So it's already folded like it should be on the truck when you have it stacked. I was folded in half one more time. We're going to place it underneath the lyre. And if you're wondering what a lyre is, that is the technical term for the pedals. If I would have somebody here to help, they would be lifting from the corner, but I don't. So I'm just using my shoulders to lift, and then I'm placing the pad under the lyre. If you guys want one of these US Cargo Control piano boards, go ahead and take a look in the description below. We have it linked right there for you. So we've had this piano board for a little bit of time now. It was built in February of 2018. It's right there on the tag. It's the 6-foot long version. It's basically used for a baby grand piano. And then the part number is PB1001. So I guess that would be actually the model number and not part number, but it's listed as part. It's PB1001 if you're interested. Again, we have this linked in the description below for you if you want one of these yourself. But enough of that. Let's go ahead and put the piano on the piano board. I'm going to go ahead and remove the leg first. I'm going to give it a little tap with a mallet. Now I like to get our straps hooked up before I bring the piano down. That's exactly what I'm going to do. And that's another thing that I really like about the US Cargo Control piano boards. The older piano boards don't have the E-track connector that these ones do. And I really like that feature. It helps so much when we're trying to make sure that we have a good, strong, solid connection for the piano. We don't want the piano to be loose on the board. So your typical piano belts, sometimes, well, they don't hold as well. So I really like that we can use ratchet straps. Now I am going to twist this a little tighter because as the piano comes down, I'm going to click it in there. As the piano comes down here, if we don't tie that tighter, or if we don't have a shorter piece of strap here between the belt and the ratchet can end up on top of the piano. We don't want that. It's really just about preventing any damage to the piano. Okay, so now we're ready to bring the piano over. We've removed the leg. You guys can see that the piano board is back a little bit. That's because I want to make sure that I'm making contact and that I'm not going to accidentally hit the butt of the piano board, and that's what this L part is here. This is called the butt, and we want to make sure that this end of the piano is going to make contact right around that section of the piano board. And then it's offset because the rest of the piano is going to end up making contact at a slightly different angle. So it's all about working your angles. We're ready to bring it down. Where do I put my hands? Well, I'll tell you right now. You're going to make sure that your hands are further to the left here as you can, because if you come down here, you're in a pinch point. And then my right hand is going to be up under the keys. So my left hand is here, and my right hand is under the keys. Nothing is in this pinch point because you will smash your fingers or break them. So we're ready to come over. I'm just putting a little pressure, and I'm watching my angles. It looks like we're good. Coming down slow, very slow. It's time to bring the piano up, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to adjust just a hair. I'll bring that board out just a little bit. We don't want the lid to make contact with the piano board. If you do, you will crack the lid and you will break the hinges. So you want to make sure that you are not on the lid. Now we're going to push the piano up. Okay. You guys can see that we're just a little bit off, and that's fine because I'm going to bring the piano over to my right. As you guys can see that the piano is a little bit to the left. That's totally fine. The main thing is we did not want the lid to make contact, and being that I'm by myself, it's a little hard to see the angles. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the piano here, wrap my fingers around the lid, and I'm really just using my forearm to hold pressure as I put my right foot up against the piano board so the piano board does not slide. And then I'm going to grab where the lyre is, putting my leg up against the lid of the keys, and I'm just going to bring it over. Okay. Now the lid is not on the board. It is hanging over the board. And now we're going to go. Now the next thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to push the piano up so that the keys make contact with the butt. We're all the way up against the butt. Perfect. Couldn't get any better than that. I am going to keep it out just a hair from the butt because we're going to continue to pat it. And we're going to need a few movers pads to do that. Okay. We're going to take this one here, and we're going to hold it up and down, and we're going to drape it over top of the piano. We wanted to make sure that the keys had all the protection possible. Okay, we're all the way up. We're going to grab one more pad. So we're trying to add protection to the front. Okay. This, as we bring it around here, is no different than any other piece that we would be padding, from an upright piano to a dresser. It's all kind of the same motion and technique. We just bring the excess around it up and lay it on top. Okay. So we have our pads on the piano. We're going to take 2 more pads, fold them long ways so they're long and skinny. We're going to bring them up and onto the piano here, and this protects the edges of the piano. Sometimes they like to slide, so what we'll do is I'll bring this one over first. It'll help hold the rest of the pads in place as I get the last one, and I'll bring my bands in at the same time. So again, long ways, and I'll be working towards the front and up with this one. And it's staying in place nicely. I have 2 rubber bands here. I have a green one, which is smaller, and I have the blue one, which is longer, so the green one's going to stay up top where it'll hold this nice tight place. The blue one, I'm going to go all the way down towards the bottom. Okay. Now that I have the bands in place, make sure that we have coverage everywhere. Nothing's not being covered. We don't want a tripping hazard either, so we could pull these up a little bit. Okay. You know, adjust things as you need to, guys. You don't want to have a tripping hazard either, you know. So then we'll take our ratchets, bring them over. Now when you guys weren't looking, I connected them in the front. And I tied a knot in the strap on the front here because we don't want this ratchet coming in contact with the piano. But we don't want to go too tight with the ratchet because you could damage the piano. No need to act like Superman or Lou Ferrigno. It's no need for that, guys. Okay, we're good there. Go ahead and click this one in. And guys, if you don't know how to use a ratchet strap, there's no shame in that. Go ahead and click or tap the screen right now. If you missed that, I have a link to a video that teaches you how to use a ratchet strap right down there in the description below. Go ahead, make sure you learn how to use them, because if they're not done correctly, they could open up on you and it could be a bad day. So make sure you know how to use a ratchet strap. And then I take the excess and I just tuck it out of the way. Now we have a perfectly padded and protected grand piano on that US Cargo Control piano board. But I still have to get it up and onto a dolly. So the nice thing about the US Cargo Control piano board is that it has these straps here so we can lift. And we could also run our hump strap through. So if we have a longer piano, we don't have to fight our arms. We could use the hump strap to help lift. But I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to grab one on each side here, and I'm gonna lift with my legs, not my back. Please lift with your legs and not your back. And I have my shoulder into the piano a little bit, but I'm really going to be lifting with my legs up into the air, high enough where I could get my hands underneath the piano board. Now the piano is kind of at a really good, balancing point here, so I could relax a little bit. I could get the dolly over to where I need it to be. I want it to be kind of flush. I want to not center though, because the weight is towards the keys. And as you guys can see, as it's coming down, I use my foot to lift the dolly up. You want to make sure that the dolly meets the board before it goes to the ground. Then I'll push down a little. And there you go, guys. That's really all there is to it. All in all, I think the US Cargo Control piano board is a good piano board. We've been using it out in the field for months now. It's held up and they go through a lot with us. So I can't complain. With that being said, I hope you guys learned something. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you want one of these piano boards for yourself, don't forget we have it linked in the description below right there for you. Please hit that like button because it helps share this video with other people who are interested in piano moving and want to learn about it. And while you're at it, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any of the other videos that we have regarding piano moving or the moving and storage industry in general. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.